Hello, FloBaseball fans. I'm Nicole Beckelman, and welcome to this week's episode of Behind the Bases. Today, I'll be talking to Kyle Farmer, MLB player on the Twins. So Kyle, you're currently listed as a third baseman on the Twins. I see that you have been a shortstop and a catcher on previous teams. How has your versatility contributed to your growth as a player?
Once I got drafted by the Dodgers in 2013, they made me catch. I played shortstop my entire life, so I had to learn a new position. It was very difficult. To say the least, I think catching is probably the hardest position in all of sports. You have to learn how to control the pitcher, control the game, call a game, block, throw, catch, a 98-mile-an-hour fastball. But then they were able to let me move around the infield and play multiple positions. So I think playing multiple positions helped keep me on a roster. It gives me more opportunities to hit, to play more. There's so many good shortstops out there and catchers to where they play every day, but they also need guys on the roster to play multiple positions, and I fit that role pretty well, and just glad to be part of a roster and being able to get in the lineup every day.
What has been your favorite position and why?
My dream was to play shortstop in the big leagues, so I have to say shortstop. Once I got that opportunity, it was a dream come true for me. I had a lot of fun with it. The Reds gave me a huge opportunity to start every day at short, and I got to fulfill that lifelong dream. And it was it was amazing, honestly. It was one of the cooler moments in my life.
You talk about fulfilling this lifelong dream of yours. I'm sure there are many young kids that have a dream like what you're living now, which is playing in the big leagues. What advice would you give to all the children that look up to you?
The advice I would give is probably to learn how to accept failure. Baseball's a game of failure. You're going to get out. You're going to strike out. And the only way to learn from your mistakes is by accepting the failure and, truly get better at, you're going to fail. It stinks. I failed more times than I've succeeded, especially with, runners on base or in big situations. But you learn from them. You get back on the horse and you go again and you do it and you try harder. And another thing is just keep working. Baseball's a huge sacrifice, and you have to work hard, train your brain, be mentally strong, and just if you ever get out, just get back on the horse and do it again.
You talk about the sacrifices that you have to make for this game. Can you elaborate on that a little bit more and just talk about the time and the energy that you put into this sport to, be at the level that you're at?
I look back on it, and after having two kids of my own, two boys, I've realized the selflessness of my parents, what they put me through to get me to this spot. And then, my wife is making a huge sacrifice with her life by supporting me, traveling around with me and dealing with the ups and downs of the season. It's hard for her to take care of two boys, but she's doing a great job with it right now. And the sacrifices that I had to make was, sometimes I wanted to go hang out with my friends, but I knew that I had to get better at baseball. So instead of hanging out with my friends, I went and practiced baseball and played throughout all the summer. And you sacrifice a lot of your free time. I didn't really get to go to the beach as a kid. In the summertime, I was playing summer baseball or football. That's what I wanted to do. I didn't want to go to the beach. I wanted to go play and get better. And and even in the big leagues right now, you sacrifice a lot there. I've missed so many weddings, so many funerals, and just big birthdays for my family. And, it's hard, but that's the life I chose, and that's one of the biggest sacrifices.
Like you just mentioned, you're not just a baseball player, you're a husband and you're a dad. What is it like balancing being a professional athlete and your family life?
It's pretty hard to turn the switch because I want to be around my two boys and my wife, every day. But, going to the field and having to focus on baseball, you have to flip the switch. You have to, you lock in when you're there from, say you have a 7 o'clock game, you get there at 1, and you're there from 1 to 11 at night. So you have to, lock in and do that. And then when you go home, you have your number one team at home, and you have to give them all your time and effort and attention. So it's definitely hard, but it's the life that I chose, and that's what I've always wanted, to have kids and a wife and help and bring them into the baseball world.
I know a big part of being a professional athlete is the post-game recovery. You're an ambassador for Firefly, and they're one of our partners too. We love their technology. Can you tell us about how Firefly helps you in your post-game recovery?
Yeah, we use them almost every day, even in spring training. After the games, our training staff will pass them out to us, whoever wants them. They help rejuvenate your legs on a day-to-day basis. And you know what's the best part about it is you can wear them on the plane. And because that's the number one thing we use on the plane when traveling or on the bus is the Fireflies. Everybody wears them. From, Carlos Correa wears them. Joey Gallo wore them last year. Everybody's on the plane wearing them. And it's a very cool thing, and I'm very glad to be a part of their business and what they're doing right now. It's a really cool thing, and they're a great company too. They care a lot about you. They keep you in touch with what's going on, new things coming out, and it's helped me prolong my career. That's for sure.
For our viewers that are unfamiliar with Firefly's product, can you tell us exactly what it is?
Yeah, so it's two kind of straps that go along your leg. They're probably like that long. They go around the bottom, right below your knee, on the side of your leg, and right above your calf. And it's like a stem, and it jolts your legs, and it pushes bad blood. It just gets blood flow through your legs and pushes the bad blood out and brings in the new one. And I keep them on for probably anywhere from like 4 hours to 6 hours a night. And you can reuse them as well. I think they have like maybe 24 hours or 30 hours in them. But it's a great product, and I'm excited to see where it goes.
Yeah, sounds like it. I got one more question for you, and then you can be on your way to the beach with your kids. If you could play any other sport, what sport would you play and why?
Played football in high school, lost in the state championship my senior year, played quarterback, and I thought it would always, I think Tom Brady's a great quarterback, and I always want to play quarterback in the NFL, so I think it'd be pretty cool to play there, but I don't think I could handle the grind that they go through on a weekly basis of getting hit. I like where I'm at right now, but it'd be pretty cool to play football.
All right. Thank you so much, Kyle, for taking the time to chat with us, and best of luck in the rest of your season.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me.